Sales interview form entry. In the agency news section, where you can specify the details, necessary notes, and important points of your meetings with your customers and design them according to yourself, you can find the sales activity form, sales activity list, sales company, activity subject and activity types modules that we have included in the system under the Marketing tab. In order to record an interview and create an interview form by recording the necessary information. As a first step, you need to add the interview type and title. For this step, after selecting activity types, you can select the Add tab from the transaction field in the upper left corner and add the type of interview you have determined in this field. For example, telephone conversation, office conversation, mail conversation. Then you need to log into the Activities Subject tab where you can determine the subjects or topics of these interviews and determine the interview subjects. For this step, as in the Activity Types tab, after selecting Add from the transaction field in the upper left corner, you can specify the subject headings for your sales negotiations. For example, price, container, voyage, cargo, and so on. After these two steps are completed, the company should be added to the system with the Sales Company tab, where you need to enter the information of the company you are negotiating with. The company information here is a field created only for use in sales negotiations. These companies should definitely not be considered as a current or work shipper, consign, notify companies. In order to add a company in the Sales Company field, after selecting New from the Transaction field at the top left, you will see the fields where you can enter all the information about a company. Here you can enter information such as company name, country information, city and address information, telephone, fax, office number, mobile number, email and web page that can be used for communication, as well as information such as tax office and tax number of the company, and if there are special notes you need to add for this company, you can take your notes in the note field as you wish. If you have all this information or have completed the entry of new data, you can save your new sales call to the system. When you select the Sales Activity Form tab, when you select the Add tab from the Transaction field in the upper left area of the screen, after selecting the Sales Activity Form tab from the Marketing field, when Add is selected from the Transaction field, the new Sales Activity Form entry page will appear on your screen. Here you can enter the date of the meeting, the company you are meeting with, the subject of the meeting, the form of the meeting, the contact information with the company, the location information of the meeting, and you can add all the notes you need to take about your meeting in the Meeting Note field and the notes that you need to specify separately in your meeting in the Extra Note field. After you have finished these operations, you can specify the participants in the Participants field. In the Offer and Position No field, if you have made this interview for a specific position number and offer number, you need to add it to this field. You need to use the options in the Status field to specify your interview status for the interview you have made. The issue to be considered in this field is that if this interview is for a confirmed booking, after selecting Confirmed Booking, the system will definitely ask you for position number information for this, and will not save your interview form without entering this number. In the Status Note field, you can use this field if you need to specify a note about the interview status you specified. Finally, if this meeting will be continued and you have a new meeting date, you can save your sales form by selecting it from the Next Meeting Date field and check it from the list.